Alright, here we go. Take one. Hello, everybody. This is Kingson3 here. This is going to be a new segment that I'm going to do, I guess, more frequently, considering how easy it is. This is, what am I going to call? Let's call it the Midnight Talk. That is what I'm going to call this. So, essentially, I'm going to talk about things that are on my mind. They can be between, I don't know, 5 minutes to, I don't know, probably an hour. Sometimes I might have a guest on here. It just depends on the scenario. And if the person I'm talking to um, can provide some sort of feedback or addition to what I'm talking about currently. So basically, what I'm saying is that the the length of the video, or whatever the fuck I'm calling this, is gonna be based generally on how much I think about the topic. So, without further ado, today's topic: change. So recently, I started going back to school, right? Around 18 days ago on August 9th. And woo! Fucking a lot of people that I used to talk to, they are n- definitely not the same in the sense that they changed a lot physically. And how do I say this without being mean? Some of them used to be really smart students, like genuinely had respect for their intellect, right? And then they become a wannabe thug and they forgot all prior knowledge, well, previous knowledge about how to fucking do math. Cuz they want to get into thug life. And yes, I did do air quotations. And I feel like that's some of the most depressing shit. Cuz they had a bright future ahead of them. But they threw it away so they could become a wannabe thug. I think it's truly disheartening that that's happening. I saw a lot of people change for the better as well, though. They used to be. How do I say this? They used to be very insecure or less confident. And now they changed. They changed their appearance. And now they're way more confident than they used to be. And I truly admire that factor. Because changing confidence, that is a very hard thing to do. That is an extremely hard thing to do. I have not done that. And now we're going to move on to the real reason we're talking about change. Because sometimes, well, not even sometimes, just recently, after seeing all these people that I used to know and talk to on a daily basis, like back in 2019, I feel like they changed a lot more than I did. But then I had some shower thoughts and I really started thinking. And I believe I have changed in a how do I say this? I've changed in mentality. Not physically, just in mentality. And I feel like that's one of the greatest changes of all. Back when it was 2019, I was a sophomore. I still had my freshman mind. Like it was the beginning of sophomore year. And I used to be such an asshole. I used to be such a little fucking shit. Like, I would blame others for my mistakes. And I would never take any accountability. And whenever I think of my past self, I think of genuinely socking the absolute living shit out of that motherfucker because of how much of a fucking nuisance he was. I I just genuinely can't believe that's how I used to act. But that made me realize something. All my friends I had those years that still talk to me now, those are people I can call my true friends. So, if any of you are watching this that were friends with me during freshman year and still friends with me now, know that I truly appreciate you and everything you've done to get me to this point. Because I really do care about you. I need you to know that. Alright? Alright, we're cool. Alright, moving on. So, after sophomore year started, I started to contemplate my past actions during freshman year and realized, wow, was I really this annoying? Like, genuinely? Because obviously, when you're living during that period of your time, you don't realize it until like after it's over, and you're like, holy shit. So then, after I had that realization, I started to change. And change for the better, and improve on myself. So I could become more bearable for the people around me, and for my friends as well. And then eventually, I got to the point where I'm at now. So, even though all of that happened, I still feel like I haven't changed. I don't know if I would call this jealousy, but I feel some sort of way seeing everyone else change and not me. Maybe I was just an early bloomer. My change started way earlier than others. But the thing I've noticed is that my friend group has not really changed. We haven't really decayed in the sense of we got dumber. Nor have we changed physically, as I say. And I find that really interesting. Because, like, seeing the dramatic change within everyone else and then just seeing my group of friends and we stayed relatively the same. It's just kind of odd. But then you could say on the other side of the argument, you don't see the change because you're going through the change with them. Since I've seen them more often than I've seen others. Because the only way I could have seen others go through their change is if I had social media. And the only social media I had at the time was Discord, YouTube, and Twitter. Sorry, that's just really funny. Fucking Twitter. And like obviously no like regular teenager uses fucking Twitter. So the only app I didn't use was Insta, which was the app that everyone uses. Or Snapchat. I don't fucking know. And recently I had to download Insta for something at school, right? And now I see like everyone I used to talk to and I just feel like Jesus Christ, dude. Like what the fuck? So, technically you could say during the entirety of the pandemic, I was technically off the grid except for the people that were in my classes during last year. So then, going back to the topic of feeling like I didn't change, I was walking to one of my periods, right? And when I was walking there, someone passed me, and they're like, "Oh shit, is that you?" And I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" And then they proceed to say, Jesus Christ, you look so different. And I'm like, bro, what? No. I only grew hair. Like, I didn't even grow inches. I just grew hair. And they're just like, you look so different. And I was like, bro, you're lying, right? And they're like, nah. And I just thought that was just so peculiar that, like, people thought I changed, like, physically, when I really didn't. Like, I still stayed the same fat ass. The only difference is I grew hair and maybe grew like an inch or two. And that's pretty much it. Hmm. Do I have anything else to talk about change? I don't think I have anything else to talk about change. So, I think I'm going to end it here. What is a moral that I could put here? I guess I could say change could be good or bad. It's all just depending on your milieu. All right? With that being the end of it, this is Kingston 3 signing off. See you on the next Midnight Talk.